Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to do a news video. We're going to talk about some NFL, NBA, and wrestling in this one. So what we're going to start with the NFL. So, the NFL has suspended Vikings receiver Jordan Addison for the first 3 games of the 2025 regular season for violating the league's substances of abuse policy. So it's basically just going to have to be Justin Jefferson carrying that receiving corps for the first 3 weeks. So yeah, Jordan Addison suspended 3 games. So the Browns, they're expected to start Shedeur Sanders at QB this week versus the Panthers. Start preseason, so they're going to give Shedeur Sanders the start per Mary Kay Cabin against the Panthers. So great opportunity for him. You know, he's played pretty well during the training camp. I mean, I know it's just training camp, but we'll see how he does in the preseason. And it could probably maybe draw a bigger crowd. I don't know. The Colts plan to start Anthony Richardson at quarterback this week, then Daniel Jones next week per head coach Shane Steichen. So, man, what a riveting quarterback competition. So I think the Ravens will be just fine at kicker, hopefully, maybe. Tyler Luke continued a strong stretch at joint practice, going 7 for 7 per multiple reports, so he even made a 55-yarder. Patriots quarterback Marcellus Dow Jr. suffered a torn ACL and will miss the entire 2025 NFL season. Steelers rookie running back Caleb Johnson isn't expected to be a Week 1 starter, but he could see plenty of carries early on and work his way up the depth chart, says Tony Pauline. He's going to be a starter eventually. Warren and Johnson will make a great duo. I mean, Caleb Johnson was the only person worth watching on Iowa. The Buccaneers are bracing for Chris Godwin, ankle to possibly miss a season opener against the Falcons, according to Dan Grazzani of ESPN. They aren't counting him out just yet, but they do think it's very possible he misses a few games to open up the season. Rookie receiver Mika Egbuka has been drawing rave reviews from Tampa Bay coaches and staffers per Schultz report. The Rams are signing star running back Kyren Williams to a 3-year, $33 million deal with $23 million guaranteed per Adam Schefter. So, man, only a $23 million guaranteed. I mean, pretty good deal here by the Rams to lock up Kyren Williams. The gap in negotiations between the Bills and running back James Cook isn't as large compared to other hold-ins that are currently taking place. So, I think they will eventually get a deal done. Geno Smith says the Raiders have a good team and to let them sleep on us, he told NFL Network. No one's worried about the Raiders, man. Commanders receiver Terry McLaurin is looking for parts of DK Metcalf's contract and his own negotiations, but not necessarily his $33 million average salary. So more guaranteed money. Anthony Barr, outside linebacker, long time with the Vikings, is retiring after 10 seasons. Travis Hunter is listed as a first-string receiver and second-string corner on the Jaguars' first unofficial depth chart. Jordan Love gave Aaron Rodgers praise in his Players Tribune letter. Eagles running back Saquon Barkley reportedly declined President Trump's invitation to the Council of Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. The Falcons are signing Caleb McGarry, offensive tackle, to a 2-year, $30 million extension. Bold words from Sean Payton on Bo Nix. He's going to be one of the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league the next 2 years. I don't know about that. Dan Orlovsky, he gave his top 5 quarterbacks with the most approved in 2025. Kevin Williams, Trevor Lawrence, J.J. McCarthy, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson. I think Trevor Lawrence definitely has a lot to prove. This is going to be a huge year for him. Caleb Williams definitely has to be up there. Bryce Young had a good end of last year. Let's see if he can do this for a full season. But yeah, the top 5, I would definitely agree. These are quarterbacks with the most to prove. J.J. McCarthy, even as a rookie, he's still got shit to prove. Jaguars' current plan is to keep all 4 of their running backs and use a committee approach. So, man, fantasy managers won't be liking this. Cliff Kingsbury says second-year wide receiver Luke McCaffrey is a night and day difference from last year. Anthony Richardson on the competition against Daniel Jones. Even if they brought Tom Brady in here, he's the greatest, but I just have to work and try to beat him out. It's a me versus me type of thing. I mean, I get his point, but come on, dude. Michael Penix Jr. has made it priority to establish the high-level chemistry with tight end Kyle Pitts. Yeah, people actually fall for this. And the Vikings, yesterday they were bracing for a 3-game suspension for Jordan Addison, and ultimately that's what happened. The Buccaneers view Bucky Irving as a special enough talent to justify a high-volume running back 1 role, which would include pass-catching work. Cowboys rookie running back Jalen Blue has been standing out more and more lately, drawing reps with the first-team offense a little bit so far in training camp. And the head coach Brian Schottenheimer, he compared him to like Darren Sproles. So hopefully, I just hope he's good. Can be a good steal. Man, remember it was reported he was lazy? Yeah, it turned out that report was false. So the Colts released their unofficial depth chart for QB, and it says Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. James Cook is again sitting out of practice as he continues to seek an extension. And that's all for the NFL. So, Dustin Rhodes, now remember to some wrestling news. Dustin Rhodes is set to undergo double knee replacement surgery. So hopefully he has a successful surgery. So Cardi B was asked if she'll ever get in the ring one day. I could get in the ring right now. What's up? Who want to challenge me? I ain't there yet, but I'll come for y'all one day. No. If you don't pop that BBL, she's laying the wrong way. Anyways. John Cena spoken his reaction to Lesnar's return. Been saying the same thing for 25 years. They deal him, I play him. You know, I'm just really excited. We got like 12 of these things left. I think SummerSlam was an indication from the audience where everybody kind of knows where we're closing our book. Just because I closed my book in December, that doesn't mean the WWE closes its books. They got to continue their programming going forward, so they're just trying to make the most exciting shows for the fans. A dozen of them I got left. They deal them, I play them. So basically, he's, I guess, blaming Triple H or something. I don't know. The Hardy Boys versus Dudley Boys in a one last time match is officially set for TNA, Bound for Glory later this year. Bret Hart named CM Punk as the best wrestler in the world today. Karrion Kross and Scarlett's contracts are to be expired this weekend. No deal has been offered to them. Man, they're gonna... Are they really gonna let both of them go? I feel like the "you got Brock" comment solidified the end, unfortunately. On the post show. That's a shame. Gunther is out of action indefinitely, announced last night, so deserves time off for the workhorse. Next week on Raw, Naomi and Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. So So Michael Cole in commentary last night says he asked Nick Khan and Triple H when it was determined to bring Brock Lesnar back. They reached out to him a few weeks ago and said that, "We believe it's time for you to come home." Let's turn down through here. So Braun Strowman, in response to Karrion Kross's tweet that put Karrion Kross quote tweeted something that said, "Loud, we want Cross chants," and he pawns it off as "we want Brock chants." He said, what's the tweet? Oh my lord. You unreal. They write the scripts, but the fans write the truth. Thank you, TikTok. Braun Strowman says in response to this, says WWE doesn't care about the fans, they care about nepotism, ass kissers, and their buddies. My lord. Seth Rollins told his daughter, Rue, that daddy's got to pretend boo-boo, and to keep it on the low in the name of kayfabe, she then immediately told preschool teacher all about it. My lord. And he thanks everyone who played a small role in his ruse. And he says Becky Lynch was an unwilling participant in his ruse. He says that she was very upset with him for making her lie to all of her family and friends that he was legitimately injured. Sure. TKO has plans underway to introduce more two-night pay-per-views in the future. Survivor Series 2026 and the 2027 Royal Rumble are at the top of the list to turn to two-night format, with Money in the Bank also in the mix also. Yeah, we're going to have two-night NXTs in the future. Okay, with the Royal Rumble is fine. So you could have the Women's Rumble one night, Men's Rumble, or whatever you want to do. Sure, that's fine. But the other nights do not need two nights. Royal Rumble's the only other one that makes sense for two nights. Other than that, I don't like two-night pay-per-views for other shows. Even if the card is hella good, it's just overkill for me. Triple H states, we already talked about all this the other night. What is happening? Blake Monroe yesterday turned 27. Oh. Jeez. Smoking. AEW Full Gear is officially set for Newark, New Jersey on Saturday, November 22nd. And the crowd goes mild. Now we'll talk about some NBA to end the video. So Kevin Love reportedly wants to end up in Los Angeles per Brett Siegel. So he just wants to be in Los Angeles. Him and LeBron, the unction. Teams around the league are monitoring Tyler Herro's situation in Miami per Brett Siegel NBA. He becomes eligible for a 3-year extension worth near $150 million in October before the start of the season. The Hawks have yet to offer Trae Young an extension per Mark J. Spears. He's disappointed that it hasn't come yet. Last 5 seasons, those average like 26 and 10 and can't get an extension yet. The New York Knicks have been closely monitoring the Antetokounmpo situation with the Bucks. Peyton Pritchard on the Celtics. We're definitely trying to be a playoff team. We're trying to win a championship. Not this year, buddy. Not happening. LeBron James still wants to win another championship. Is closely monitoring the Lakers' moves per McTen. Sham says Giannis is questioning if he can win a title with the Bucks' current roster after they sign Miles Turner and waive Damian Lillard. Denny Avdija is a favorite to win the most improved player next season per Bovada official. Joel Embiid's knee is reportedly in bad shape, and he's likely to miss the start of training camp. Some around the league believe the Sixers regret extending him. Jason LT, I think J-Dub might already be the best small forward in the NBA. Pendeo face. Freaking rage bait here. Giannis says he shortened his autograph to play 15-20 years. Dan Patrick criticizes Bronny James for not attending Luka's press conference. Lord, who cares? Richard Jefferson says he'd choose Karl Malone over Charles Barkley because Malone was more professional. Karl Malone, professional? Okay, man. There are multiple teams that I know of that are literally waiting right now on what decision Giannis makes. Shams per Shams. Warriors will not trade Kuminga this summer and plan to have him on the roster next season. Oh man. Sources are telling me there's nothing said about Giannis, whether he'll stay in Milwaukee or leave, per Shams. So yeah, that's all the news I'm going to talk about here. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.